That's not a bad one. Alright, welcome back everybody. Anybody that's new here, thanks for joining me today. This is going to be a real simple one today because I haven't been on this water yet this year. Those of you guys have been around and subscribed for a while. This is one of my favorite lakes to come to just for some action. There's usually a good amount of bass, northern pike, and that's basically what's in this lake is bass and northern pike. I know there's bluegills, I know there's perch, I think there's catfish, I don't know. Needless to say, we're basically fishing for bass and northern pike today, but this isn't supposed to be here. We're doing another one of those days on the water where it was supposed to be nice out, not windy, not stormy, not nothing, and then we got storms. So wish me luck, and hopefully I don't get rained on. The big thing here is I'm gonna just be working this whole bank right now. I think the fish should still be shallow. If they're not, I'm gonna go find some weeds and sitting on that bite. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, we can find some bass today. I want to try and get some bigger ones. I know this lake has a couple giants in it. I've hooked into them in the past. Hopefully the next thing you guys see is one of those giants. Okay, first things first. I'm gonna throw this chatterbait, little bluegill skirt, copper, gold blade. We got, I don't know if you guys can see that, but we got chocolate milk to work with. It's like somewhat clear chocolate milk, but needless to say, we're gonna be fishing some darker colors and probably have to end up working really slow. But start off making some casts around these piers, try to get some active fish, and if I don't get any active fish, then we'll switch it to super finesse and do it that way. There's one. Oh, was that the first one? Yeah, first northern pike of the day. This dude looks like he got pecked on the head recently. Oh, of course, he stole my tail. Yeah, look at that. Even he's not immune from getting pecked from the birds. Well, 3 cast in, 1 fish. I'll take it. Just using these 3.8 inch swing impact fat Kitech swim baits. Just throw those guys on there. Makes a really good swim bait tail. I don't work with these guys. I will link them down in the description for you guys if you want to try and do the same thing. Everything I usually use is listed in the description to help you guys do the same thing. As you guys can see, they'd catch this fish. Okay, let's get another one. Okay, that guy came out of this pocket over here. And I think he hit it twice, actually. There's never really any rhyme or reason why these fish pile up on a shoreline. The only thing I can think of is this is a windbone shoreline and all the bait's over here. Okay, I'm passing up too much structure to not throw my weedless worm. It might be piled up on this stuff, they might not be. But I have to I have to try. Oh, that was a fish. I don't even know if you guys can see this because the audio. Oh, it just laid into the laid into a pike here. Not exactly what I was planning on hooking into, but that dude thumped it. Ripped my worm up. I could use it as a wacky worm. Well, maybe not. You can use it as a Ned rig now. All right, new worm. So this is a Daiwa worm that I don't think they make it anymore. They might, and if they do, I'll link it down below, like I said with the other stuff. But everything likes to eat this guy, and those pike will just hammer it. But so will the bigger bass sometimes. So all else fails, set the hook like you mean it. Just twitching it along, let it sink to the bottom, watch the line. And that pike hit, I could feel it actually when it made the line jump. Either way, I'm catching fish, and I'm not getting blown off the lake yet. So I'm very happy about that. Thought I had a bite over here, right behind this boat. I did. I did have a bite right behind the boat. This guy came back for it. That's a healthy fish. Just a little 2-pounder, but I'll take it. Well, there was definitely a fish on the edge of this tree. We'll see if he's still there. They're biting really light. It's like they're just picking up and moving it. Water's really dirty, so I don't know if there's like a bed there or not. Something little probably. Oh, well, that one was a lot harder hit. Now I gotta figure out what it is, because that felt like something big and angry. There we go. Not big and angry, but I caught the fish that was bugging me. Spunky little dude that had an attitude. Question is there only one fish there? Or is there multiple fish there that were biting? I'm gonna say multiple fish. This dude was right down in front of me. So I take it there's like a whole school in there. See if there's anything around these boats and piers over here. It's usually better when there's a bunch of stuff together. Anybody tucked in right there by shore? Just a little guy. Okay, in an attempt to separate out some of the bigger fish, I'm gonna throw this spinner, see if anybody's willing to eat it. Usually if there's bigger fish around, I'll still catch them on the worm, but this will usually separate out the big dogs. Catch less fish, better size. But I'm gonna make 10,000 casts with this thing and see if we can find something that's fun. Hits like a ton of bricks, got a little bit of weight to it. That's all I'm looking for. Something hit it right when it hit the water, right by shore. Yeah, look at that. This northern pike was 1 foot from shore. These guys are everywhere out here. But that guy was like, literally, I hit shore, pulled it off, and he was on it. So, my theory on the big fish is currently flawed. Hopefully we can find something bigger than that. But that dude, yeah, he smashed it 2-3 inches off the rocks right by shore. And this is only like 3 feet deep here, so like I said before, there's no rhyme or reason where these northern pikes sit in this lake. They don't sit on weed flats, they don't sit on weed lines specifically. Just make cast at the shoreline, eventually you'll probably run into a northern pike. But there's also really big bass that sit up in here sometimes, so that's what I'm hoping to run into. Okay, so I think all the little dinkers are up underneath the piers today. So that means I probably need to fan cast with my bigger baits. That's a better one. Not a bunch better, but still a better fish. Another 2-pounder. I need 3 or bigger and I'll be really happy today. Okay, so that guy was tucked up on these little jet ski stands. So there is hope that there could be a bigger one hanging around some structure. All else fails, I go find some weed edges and start casting. But I like point and cast, like in front of this pontoon over here. I mean, there should be no reason that there isn't a fish sitting up underneath there, but it just depends on the day. But yeah, something about fishing structure that's fun. I think it's the fact that these fish can get wrapped up in it. Kind of makes it, that's the challenge, but that's only going to happen if I get a really big one. So we will try to make it more challenging, I guess. We will see. I'll work a little bit more structure and then start moving around looking for more fish. All right, I don't know exactly what you guys are going to see last. Probably that little dinker, if that. So I've been fishing along these piers, just kind of hopping from pier to pier, making some casts in between, but really the only thing that's up by the pier seems to be the 2-pounders or less, so like buck bass and a bunch of little tiny ones, not even pound probably. But realistically, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go out and start cruising either weed lines or find myself some cattails or like reeds or something like that and find some like hard edges where they're hunting, because I don't know where they would be at if they're not fishing the piers yet. Maybe I think the water's just not warm enough yet. Usually about mid-summer, all of these piers are full of fish and they're hunting bluegills, and it's fun because they smash baits. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can go make some cast and see what's up. We do have a bit of an issue with the storms. I don't know if they're just gonna like pop up on me. They could be crazy and bad, or I might just get misted on for a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to get stormed on and get blown off the lake, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we find some bigger fish today. Okay, moved to the other side of the lake. Got the paddle tail. Those of you guys don't know, I fish, it's an EWG hook, weighted. I forgot, I think it's a 1/16 ounce, and that's a 4.8 inch Kitech. I don't work with them, but if this is the thing that catches fish today, I'll link it in the description below for you guys so you can use the same thing. And then obviously if you're not new here, you know I use my Tuned Up Customs Apex Elite for this. But if you are new here, this is a nice sensitive rod. It's my 7.2 medium heavy fast. It was a 7.6, it was cut down to 7.2. Makes it really sensitive, so when the fish are biting at it like a long distance cast, I can actually feel the thump way out there. It's kind of nice, and it makes pitching next to a boat, like down by the water, easier. But yeah, I'm just gonna, so there's a weed line here. It's pretty extreme, like you can see them right on the surface sometimes, and I'm just gonna cast towards the weed line or along the weed line and yo-yo this back and hopefully find some active feeding fish before I get rained off the water here today. I got one deep in this stuff. That was cool. Watch this dude come up for it. That was, I don't care how big he is, that was fun. He came cruising up from the outside edge. I'm in the middle of it right now. I've seen a couple of fish moving around in here, so that's why I came in to check it out, and paid off. Not a giant, but absolutely fun. Okay, now that we know that there are fish around in these things, I definitely gotta make some more casts around here. See if there's any bigger ones. Oh, there's a big one over there. He took my tail off. Ugh. Okay, so it would appear some of these bigger ones are hunting in the pads, it looks like. Just like that one. Come here. There we go. Right size. You're getting bigger and more fun to catch. I hope you guys can see that. These guys are literally like, so I'm just cruising this paddle tail. So if you guys want to try and do the same thing, I'm just cruising this paddle tail almost like a little subsurface wake bait, and they're just popping up out of the, like, just porpoising up for it. Ugh. It's so much more fun when you can see them hit it. Comment below, who else just likes seeing the fish hit? Okay, let's let's see how many more of those are hiding in here. I've seen a lot of them feeding, so I'm hoping that we got a good day coming. Okay, so I picked apart the reeds, pretty much every inch of them. And I only had one more follow that came up, and I could see him, but he didn't commit. And then otherwise, yeah, I made like 10,000 casts and no dice. So I have this giant flat here that I'm gonna try and just fan cast to death, basically. It's nice and sunny right now, and I'm hoping that turns the fish on, and yeah, gets me a couple big bites before the end of the day. I don't think I'm gonna get stormed on because it keeps saying that I'm not, but every once in a while I look over my shoulder, and I mean, would you guys say that's a storm cloud over there? And it's headed this way, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, but hopefully I don't get rained on, and yeah, hopefully I find some bigger fish. Okay, like I said, just gonna make a bunch of fan casts and see if I can find something that's actively feeding on this flat. Usually I have to wait till about middle of the year and I can get them on top water out here, but it's one of those places where it's like stupid shallow everywhere, and there really isn't that many contours or, you know, major weed lines or anything. It's just all one big weed flat, about 3-4 feet deep, and basically you're just hoping you run it by a taller weed than the rest of the weeds, and there's a fish sitting next to it willing to come out and eat. Either way, it's going to give me good practice for having some patience chasing fish. It's one of those days where just make a bunch of casts and hope for the best. Out in no man's land. Oh no! I've been fishing forever now, and I don't know how many casts I made. A lot. But I fished around a bunch of weeds, bunch of break lines, bunch of weed lines, and I was just like, I'm just going to start casting out in the middle of nowhere again, and he hit right away. So apparently I need to just band cast and hope for the best. I think that's the one I lost. Watch this dude come up and inhale this thing. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that because the water's pretty dirty, but I got to see him eat it. He was all about that bait. Same thing I've been doing all day, just yo-yo and pray. Got one. Come here. I should have been more excited, but I was not 100% sure he was on. He was sitting right off the edge of these weeds. No rhyme or reason, just yo-yo, bang. And it's funny because I felt the bite, but I started reeling and he was swimming with me, so I was just kind of keeping him on there, and then finally my rod vibrated. Hopefully you guys can see that. What is that, like 6 fish? I don't know, I'm doing pretty good for today. I just wanted to get a bead on where the fish are at, what's going on, and if I could find any of the bigger ones. So far, not finding any of the bigger ones, so I have a feeling they're probably still spawning or messing around fry guarding or recouping from the spawn. I don't know. Long story short, practice makes perfect. Oh, there was a bigger one inside the weeds. Okay, I might have to rethink everything here. That was a big one. Yeah, so I might have to get my weedless worm out and just kind of work some of these things before I go. That was a fish. I don't really get a good hook set in them though. Basically landed on this guy. So give me fish, 100%. Pretty sure I didn't even set the hook. I think he did that himself. That'll give you a heart attack. Oh, I had him. At distance. What is this? Oh. God, I wish we could just keep every one of these guys and pickle them. 10,000 of these little dudes. There was one right in there. By those sparse little weeds. Come here. That was cool. Am I recording? That's a decent little fish. He was in those weeds right there. So I hit that little pile because I seen all these little sparse ones in this little pocket right here, and I was like, I bet you there's some fish in those little things. Well, I'm gonna have to make a couple more casts now. See if anybody's in any of these other ones. That was a bite. Come here. You're getting bigger. A little bit bigger. I mean, chunky. Dude's like 13, 14 inches long and 2 pounds. I like that. One fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, bluefish. I have a couple more sparse ones. Now I have to hit those ones and that one, because that guy was on those 2 little ones right there. Now I gotta double check these ones over here to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Wasn't expecting there to be so many fish in one little area, but you never know. Move slow sometimes pays off. Another one. Oh, this dude's all wrapped up. Did he get off? No. Another cookie cutter chunk. Dude, this is amazing. If all of these fish were like, see, if this was a 20-inch fish, that'd be 5 pounds. Go get longer. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm gonna have to try that one, and I'm running out of light. Just gotta pick apart this area, see if it's just home base or what's going on here. That one feels big. That's not a bad one. All right, guys, that was fun. I think I got 5 bass in like 10-20 minutes here, which is it's always fun when that works out that way. I just wanted to say the last couple fish actually came on that Daiwa worm, and then yeah, I think that's a 3-aught EWG. I'll list everything that I used in the description below. I'll have a whole setup for you guys, so the rod, the reel, the line, the bait, everything. I'll link it all down below, and you can build your own. And if you guys end up ordering yourself a tuned up customs rod, this one is my Apex Elite medium heavy 7.6. So this is 7'6". It's a great rod. It's got a lot of backbone, but you can also finesse fish with it. And then I have this Daiwa reel on here that, like I said, I don't work with anybody besides tuned up customs, and yeah, it's just a good setup. But yeah, if you order a tuned up customs rod, do yourself a favor, use my code DWS10, and then yeah, you'll get 10% off on basically all your orders. So if you order a couple of rods, 10% off the total. Save you guys some money, and yeah, get a good setup and go smash some fish like that. Do me a favor, if you're new here and you had fun, hit the like button. Do me a favor, subscribe. Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. See you guys next time.